I'm presenting instead of Svetlana, and sorry, here today. Now I'm presenting instead of Svetlana about the InToxFIRE projects, goals, and the achievements like we've got so far. And like the investigation of toxic chemicals transfer through closing layers of fire suits. We call this project as InToxFIRE project. And this is funded by UL Research Institute from United States and as a discoveries in safety grant. And its duration is 36 months. And at present, this is the last day of month 20. The project officially started on September 1st, 2024, with the kickoff on 6 September 2024. And like, the postdoctoral research associate myself, I'm working as a full-time researcher in the InToxFIRE project from 3 February 2025. And you can find like all the updates on the project's website. We have a website for the project named intoxfire.net, and it has different tabs there. And like in every tab you click, you can find some history about the project, what we've got, what workshops or what event we attended, or where we presented some of our results. And also there is one tab there which is related to the results we've got so far. And all the papers we published or all the presentations we've done everywhere, you can find it on that tab. This is our team. Like you can see here. Oh, sorry. This is our team. This is myself, like PDRA, Hamid Rasooli Sadabad, and then we have like Ashri Salvi as the first year PhD student with us. And Svetlana is the principal investigator of the project, and Jumping and Ali are the co-investigators of InToxFIRE project. About the background of this research, if I'm going to share anything, I would say like 15 million firefighters worldwide, among them about 1.5 million like career firefighters are involved, and then we know like they are repeatedly exposed to the different classes of toxic agents. We can see, we mentioned them in the previous presentations, but here like Svetlana tried to list them in a list, and we can see there's like carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide as like asphyxiants. And we have irritants as hydrogen halides, organics, etc. We have polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. They are, I'm very interested in those materials in terms of chemistry because they have a very good level of complexity. But when it comes to like their health effect, no, they're all horrible. And about the volatile organic compounds like VOCs and pair and polyfluoroalkyl substances, we discussed a lot about it as under the name of PFAS. And metals, the fine particulates, fire retardants, plasticizers, and etc. And the point is, like when they are generated, we are going to get the cocktail of it. It is not possible like to get just one and two. No, when they come all together. And some of these materials play as a catalyzer for the rest. We have metals here. For example, if you put hydrogen and oxygen together, they can stay with each other for thousands of years without reacting to each other. But if you introduce their nickel or platinum or some sorts of like heavy metals, they start reacting to each other and making water. This is a very simple example of effects of metals and when we have a cocktail of all those chemicals together. So let alone all these materials together come inside the body in presence of water and other materials. So we can expect a lot of horrible things, but it doesn't mean that always happen, but it can happen. And About the health impact of them, like we have the increased mortality rate, like in like firefighters sector, risk of mesothelioma is higher in that sector compared to the general statistics. Unfortunately, like the different and multiple cancers are higher among firefighters compared to other groups or general statistics of the society. And mental health issues, and we can expect them. Like mental health issue is not like somebody behaves sometimes weird, but sometimes we see some person is not as he or she is always. Like so, this is the problems that we may consider them as mental health problems, and significantly higher chances of diagnosis for acute uh, uh, ischemic heart diseases, heart stroke, intestinal pulmonary diseases, renal failure, and also musculoskeletal system diseases. So, in terms of all this, what is the project's goals? Like, what are the project's goals? The project's goals are to investigate whether the element of firefighters' clothing allow the transport of toxic chemicals from the fire effluent toward the skin of firefighters. This is the first one, and also it is mainly like we are carrying out and performing in the lab and in experimental form. Also, the other goal is to determine the nature of toxic chemicals and their concentration levels using appropriate analytical techniques. This is, again, today I presented some of the results here. The use of heat transfer and advanced computational models, along with developed analytical methods to fully quantify the transfer of toxic chemicals through the layers of fire suits. This is the part we call it work package 4. We have 6 work packages in InToxFIRE project. This part is particularly on the like carrying out by jumping and also our PhD student Ashley Salvi. So there are experimental program. If I want to briefly mention it here, it is like what we did. It is like small scale testing. We call it work package 2. Then it will lead us to medium scale testing, which is work package 3. Also, this results gonna feed the modeling part. So it will be work package 4, but we're not going to stop there. Again, by getting some results, again, we're going to run some more experiments in small scale testing, and then this cycle will return like as long as the budget and the timing of the project lets us to do. And in terms of the milestones and deliverables from like for this period from month 1 to month 20, like we found out more about the activities, findings, and work package. You can find them on our website, but we've done like the first milestone, which was the project website, because that project's website is important thing because we can't just post something on it and then drop it down. Like it adds some responsibility of like when we are like utterly like sharing some information of the project with public. So there are all the content are peer reviewed before being released there. So you can rely on that website on the information from the like InToxFIRE team's perspective. About the milestone 7, like the online dissemination workshop, this workshop is also considered as one of our milestones. And milestone 4, which is the minutes of the meeting from the organized discussion groups. Like as a part of the projects, we have planned and we are running like some small focus groups. Sometimes it happens with just like 2 firefighters or 2 or 3 professionals from different like stakeholders working with fire and firefighters. And what we are doing, we are trying to refine whatever is discussed there, remove some information which is not reliable or we can't just justify them, and then those things are like being collected and recorded. Like this is more to hear from firefighters to see like what they are thinking about it, or more to hear from policymakers, more to hear from people who are involved in standards, and more to hear from other stakeholders in different parts of the like in different sectors related to like firefighters and firefighting. And we have deliverable one, which is the summary report on identified products on combustion to include VOCs, PAHs, monomers like water-soluble toxicant, etc., entrapped or transported through the layers of the fire suits. It is drafted and it is about to be like submitted to the funder. And our second deliverable is going to be like the report on the results of qualitative and quantitative analysis of condensates dissolved in organic and like aqueous phases, which is going to be on month 22. But the report is already drafted. That draft like was started from the first day of the project because any sort of the works that we are running, like how to design the setups, how to run the experiment, what parameters to study, all of them are considered as like a deliverable. So these deliverables are important. Why? Because we are turning them to peer review publications. So they can be like publicly available for all people who are like who can use this like this information in their favor. And the deliverable 11 is the modified guidance to contamination for decontamination, dressing, and removal procedures of PPE and the associated training. Like months, it's going to be on month 34, but some parts done by some postgraduate students and also master students. What are the achievements so far? Like we've got the project's website, as I mentioned, and we have advisory and expert panel. It has 20 members. And please, if you would like to join, like please just drop us an email. Then we will have a meeting together. And then after that, and getting familiar with whatever we are doing and what is the project, then you can become a member of the AEP panel. What we do with our AEP members, but we are running some updates about the project with them. We're sharing the results with them. Sometimes we send whatever we found to them and ask them, please revise them for us. Please tell what's our wrong part in this report and how would you do that if you wanted to do this. So it will help us to hear more from you. And also the small scale testing protocol in the lab is done. Analytical methods developed to quantify a range of the contaminants. Numerical models on heat transfer modeling is under development as work package 4. And we are running discussions with fire and rescue services in Northern Ireland, England, Italy, and some council and PPE manufacturers as a work package 5 of the project. And also the first InToxFIRE workshop online was successfully delivered to 222 participants. Like they joined to us from 54 countries. It was so impressive on that time. And also after that, we received a lot of emails from them, like requesting us to release the content, and we did. Also, we had success in IFIRE SS conference organized by FireSet. Again, on that conference, as also Ali mentioned in the opening, like there was 160 participants from 47 countries. And also, we are running a survey on firefighters in the UK, Europe, USA, and Australia on PPE, and a master student like accomplished it, but we are developing to extend it to more reliable results. And if I want to mention the main outputs of the project so far, like as I mentioned in my presentation, we have a journal paper just was published and released on Fire Safety Journal 2 weeks ago. And also in conference papers, like we'd had couple of conference papers, one in Interflam, the other one was in IFIRSS. And we are going to attend to several conferences and we will share everything presented there on the website too. So you can get access, and please feel free to share everything you would like us to consider, because we don't want to be just us to like presenting and just giving, and we want to hear more also in this project from you. And in order to contact us, like you will find this information in the website, in our website, in the contact us part, like Svetlana's email, myself email, and then Ali and Jumping's email are like this. And once again, thank you very much for your time, for your attention.